Hi all, welcome back to more Red Storm Dark Blue Defection, still scenario 5 Dark Blue Defection. About to start turn 10, this is my part 26, I think. Yeah, so released part 24, 25, still watching it back. This is 26. This is Sunday, early evening, so I probably just got this one more recording before I have to disappear for a week. Well, not quite a week. I'm back on Saturday. Yeah, unlikely. Well, I'm kind of hoping it's not going to be the end of the scenario, because if it is the end of the scenario, it is going to mean that Mother's shot down, because I'm only going to be able to record one part here. And not quite sure I'm going to get a full turn in anyway, so. Okay, not a lot to talk about. I did notice a couple of mistakes, not biggies. Actually, I forgot to mention this one because I took a note of this This was from part 22, and unfortunately, Chevy's moved again since Chevy was up here somewhere, here or whatever. He should have been marked with a max turn marker. I've actually made this mistake twice recently, so that was one of them. I'm pretty sure he started off heading straight. As you can see, it's not a huge big deal. He did want to avoid going to this, so I think he might have been quite close to that, maybe on that line there. But I'm pretty sure he could have came straight to start with if I accidentally turned him to start with. I don't recall turning him to start with anyway. I think it was what to get the most out of his movement. So yeah, he should have been marked with a max turn marker at that time. And Vegas flight in the last part, in part 24. Sorry, I've not looked over 25 yet. So where is Vegas? Vegas is in here. Well, he should be marked with a max turn marker. Right, hang on. Have we moved? Has he moved again? Or did he get... Yeah, he did. Wolf must have engaged Vegas in standard air, didn't he? Right, I want to say he's marked with a max turn marker anyway. So, yeah, he's got all his stuff on this card. So I'm actually going to put it on the card as well. I definitely noticed the last time I moved him, I finished him with a turn. I actually want to say it was after he BVR attempt on Mechlin, and then he turned up to go up to Wolf, didn't he? He turned up the way, and he finished on a turn and they didn't mark him. But I think he's now came out of a standard air here with Wolf. My guess is because they look like they're both scattered one way or another. I can't quite remember exactly. Yeah, it was only last night, I think. Oh no, that might have been the day before. No, that would have been last night, Grant. Aye. Right, anyway, I've marked on my max turn marker. Whether that has... I think the fact he finished on a turn, even after he's scattered and all that, I still think that should still apply, that max turn marker. I'm assuming it still applies. I've certainly not come across anything to say that changes. Another one was that Vegas, I've got this marked at the 1 hour and... No, sorry, that's the max turn marker. The 57 minute and 50 second mark, I was going to mark it earlier, because I talked about it earlier. Vegas could get adjacent to Wolf if he turned right and engaged. Yeah, that's my wee note. And I've put a note in the header for it as well. That Vegas, I was trying to work out a way of trying to keep close to Wolf and still try to carry out the BVR. And I decided to make a turn to the left, a 30-degree turn to the left to start with, to enable me to engage in the BVR. Which obviously I need to spend a movement point. However, I could have turned 30 degrees right and still engaged the Mechlin fight, because he was in between the Hex, or was it Markov fight, or whichever one it was. I think it was Mechlin. He was on the edge of the Hex, so we could have said he was in either Hex. And if I turned to the right and just said he was in that Hex, for instance, to where he was, I would then have been able to carry out the BVR engagement and then continue and be adjacent to Wolf. And that's what I was trying to achieve. But fortunately, we got lucky with the die roll, and Wolf was either going to. Well, I know I kind of done that out of turn a little because I made a bit of a boo boo, but we kept that dice roll there because we weren't wanting to tempt fate, and fortunately he still picked Vegas as his target. Yeah, and I'm assuming that's what happened. They came and attacked Vegas, but I could have made that a definite because Vegas could have ended up adjacent to Wolf, and then that would have definitely been his target. We wouldn't have needed a die roll. But I missed that one. It was just when I was watching it back, I realised I could have done that. So anyway, I'll put that in the header as well for that part. Okay, that was all. Right, so let's just get going. We've got quite a lot of disordered flights now, so there's a lot of flights that are not going to be able to do an awful lot. So that might move us on, and I might be able to squeeze in a turn here, maybe. Okay, we'll start with a random event anyway. Let's get play red card 4. Ready, so random event phase. I'm rolling a 14. That rings a bell to be one of the ones that we miss, is it not? Is it not 12 and 14? 11 and 14. Direction finding. NSC5 dark blue defection. Ignore the following random events. 14 direction finding. Okay, so we're not going to check that. Nothing happening there. So at least no good, no bad. To be honest, it's probably more bad that could happen than good, I think, there for us. Right, moving on. Jamming phase, no, detection phase. Okay, well, I think there's quite a lot of things to try and detect. Card 2. So, do we have anything at deck? That's the relevant part. No, apart from our helicopter, everything else is. Oh, we've got. Yeah, Vegas is at low altitude. Yeah, he got scattered down, didn't he? That's right. So his stuff is on his card, by the way. It's just where he is. He's in amongst it all there. That's what he's going. I'll just put on the F4 card. So yeah, no modifiers for anybody. So let's just start with our guys first. Slam up there is detected, so he's okay. The 108 flight is not, so let's go for that first. And I'll just roll these off camera. I mean, this is rolling on the C column, so they need a 12 to detect, at least 12 or greater. 2 zeros again, wow! Yet again. That's kind of spooky. Right, so anyway, that's 20, so that's a definite yes. So that's him detected. Right, let's just move along and pick dodge there. 12, that's bang on, yes. Okay, that's not a great start for us. Vega, well, however, are we in the position where we want our flights detected, maybe? We were in that case the last turn, weren't we? Well, Klein stayed disordered, that was an important factor, wasn't it? Because he would have then maybe considered mother. Well, that's quite good. Dodge has become undetected. Become detected. So, well, no, I don't know. Because Mecklen's disordered, Wolf's now disordered, Klein's disordered. Yeah, they've only got Markov, haven't they? And he's kind of way over there. Right, okay, moving on. Vegas then. Let's check for him. Same again, they need a 12 or greater. 7, so not for Vegas. And that's all our flights. Chevy is detected. So that's all our guys. So over to them, I think it's maybe just Wolf. Yeah, just Wolf. So on the D column we need a 13. I've rolled a 12. So not quite. Right, so, well, visual and radar, remember, it's got to be a non-disordered flight that carries out that. So, well, I'll tell you what, Vegas can have a go at Wolf. What have we got undetected? We've got Vegas and Wolf. Is that it? It is. So can any of their flights detect Vegas? No. Because, like I've just said, all three of the flights are disordered. This is disordered, this is disordered, this is disordered. And the other flight's up here, facing the wrong direction. So no. However, Vegas can have because he's within 2 of Wolf. Yeah, the visual doesn't need the look down thing, does it? It's only the radar search that would need the look down situation. Yeah, so we're within 2 at night. So I'm going to roll on. I'm not going to bring this chart up. We've looked at it already. So on the visual chart, we need a 13 or greater. There's modifiers, isn't there? There's modifiers, Grant. Right, quick look at the modifiers then. That's not going to apply because we're 2 away. Right, altitude band. Wolves at medium. Vegas is at. Oh, stop, Grant. Vegas is disordered, isn't he? Yeah, balloon. Yeah. Well, that's the downside to having the stuff on the card. Eh? That's the stuff Vegas has got. He's disordered as well. So we cannot do this either. So the only possible, is there anybody facing Wolf? The 108 flight. He's got that awkward kind of angle that goes right. That's a tricky one, that. He's sort of on the spine of the hex, isn't he? So it kind of goes up. Kind of goes up through the hex, sort of like that. Yeah, I want to say it bypasses the side of that. So he's not got him, and he's, well, to be honest, he'd be looking down as well. He's at high altitude. Just realised that. So okay, so no radar detection can happen either then. No. No. Okay, right. That's detection out of the way. Right, moving on. On to movement then. So who's going to go first? I'm just going to roll this off camera because I don't know what's best. Probably us again. So 1 to 6, it's NATO. 6. So it is still us to go first. Yeah, I'm just going to assume we want to go first. I'm pretty sure that'll be the case. Just checking the chats. 4, 8, 10. That's all good. You know, you shake. Right. So what we're going to get. We have a 2 on the large, a 1 on the small. I was going to miss out there. So we've got 1 flight we can activate. So what are we going to do? Well, we could just see if the scenario is going to finish today and move Mother. Now, is there a downside to that? Well, I don't think so this time because, like I've said, this is disordered, so he cannot do nothing to Mother. This is disordered, so he can't. This is disordered, so he can't. Markov is going to have, his target is going to be, no, it's not going to be, yeah, Dodge is okay, isn't it? Yeah, Dodge is the one that split off. This is the one that's, well, actually, no, Markov's target's the 108 flight. That's closer. It's certainly not Mother, and Mother's either going to move into this hex or this hex. I've yet to decide. Yeah, so I can't see any harm in doing it. So why don't we just do that and then, well, we shall see. I mean, the thing is, if I go into this hex, then my next move is going to be into that hex. And that's a safe hex. That's on the NATO side of the front. We're not going to get the Inherent. We're not going to get the small arms for being at deck. And we're not going to get anything. So the downside to me moving into this hex first is it means this 2K22 is going to attack as well as the Inherent. But like I said, if I move into here first, I get the Inherent and the small arms. Then I've got to move into here, I get the Inherent and the small arms, and then I'm safe. Whereas if I go in here, I just get 2 2K22s and 1 small arms. So I'm that way is giving me 1 less small arms attack. So I think it makes sense. Ooh, I wonder. No. I was going to say, I wonder if we could have used another flight to take, to get this to fire at them. But yeah, well, it's maybe not that stupid an idea, Grant. However, Vegas is disordered, so he's. To be honest, yeah, there's nothing that actually says that he can't do it. He's got a manoeuvre marker and a max turn marker on him as well, though. So he's going to need half his movement to get rid of the manoeuvre marker, and yeah. Dodge flight possibly could get up there. I don't know if that's kind of silly. Well, I mean, it wouldn't be silly if we do say, well, we'll not bother and we move into that 4417 hex, and then find out that 2K22 hits us, and then worse still takes us out. So, I mean, yeah, that is not such a stupid idea, is it? Right, could Dodge reach there then? He's at medium altitude, he's got nothing else wrong with him. So his speed would be 4, or he could dash at 5. I'm not so sure we can reach, actually. Certainly with a 4, yeah, we're going down. If I start with a turn, 2, 3, 4, that does not let me reach there. Well, hang on. You just clearly dash, Grant, and then start with a turn. Because remember, you can still turn at 60. You just can't free turn at 60. That's right, isn't it? Speed of 5. My max turn is 60. So if I set dash and make a 60-degree turn, and then my second movement point's into there. Oh, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong flight. There's Dodge there, Grant. I'm looking at Vegas. So, yeah, I turn 60 degrees facing up into hex 4219. Second movement point into there. Third movement point into there with a free 30-degree turn. Fourth into there. And then my fifth movement point into that hex. And then that would take the 2K22 attack. No, hang on. You're at medium altitude, Grant. You need to drop to low, and you're also then going to get the inherent, aren't you? Yeah, because medium is not going to be... Nah. So that means I'm going to take 2 2K22 attacks. But it would stop that one from firing at Mother. Because this one would obviously have fired. It doesn't... I don't know if that's gamey or not. It's maybe not. You know, it's maybe not if their flights are in the area and they're trying to, like... Yeah. It's annoying. I wish I hadn't thought about that, because it's now going to really bug me if I don't do it and Mother gets shot down. You know, in particular, gets shot down by that, of course. Mm-hmm. It probably is the right thing to do, though. Whether it's a gaming thing or not, I'm not sure. Maybe there'd be a reason for it, like I'm saying to the flights know that they're in the area, they're trying to help Mother get out of there, so they're going into... Thing is, it's not going in to attack anything, though. They can't attack it. It's just baiting the fire. I don't know. I don't know if that's in the game, if that's playing the game or not. Maybe it's not really. In the spirit of the game, doing something like that, you know. I don't know though, I'm not sure. Well, why do I just not do it and leave my thoughts of that there and maybe see how... Well, again, if I come out of this and Mother gets shot down though, I'm going to be like, okay. Right, well, let me know your thinking behind that. I mean, is that something... You can see what I'm meaning. Dodge moves up there, takes that fire, means this is fired this turn. Then Mother moves into this hex. This can't fire at her. You know. But is it in the spirit of the game, something like that? Is there a reason that Dodge would do that other than knowing that it's going to get shot at? I mean, would that happen in real life? Maybe it would. I don't know. Right, okay, I won't do it then, because I'm feeling kind of bad about it and not sure if it's in the spirit of the game, like we said. And we'll just suffer the consequences. Right, well, let's do it then. Let's move Mother. So she's going to turn. She's going to freeway turn before anything. And she's going to move. Oops. She's going to move into that hex 4417. And this is, well, apart from being shot at by any aircraft, this is the last time that she can get shot down. I believe. Because next turn, if there is a next turn, she moves into that hex and nothing's shooting at her. Now, yeah, there's aircraft to consider, but at the moment, like I say, it's only Markov. And we've got flights round about closer to him that we can even... I mean, that's the other thing. Dodge should maybe be trying to have a go at him, or maybe the 108 flight, you know. Right, let's do it. Let's see what happens. Okay, so Mother's moved into there. Now, 3 things are going to trigger. The small arms, which happens at the end of the movement phase. The inherent 2K22, because she's still within 5 hexes of the wrong side of the front. And this 2K22 that she's adjacent to. Okay, so I'll just do as I've been doing and just start with the small arms. Okay, here we go. This could be it this time. We've survived so many times in this. Am I the right bit? Yeah, down here. So here we are. So small arms, we'll do the small arms first. This is that deck. So it's 17. We don't want to see a 17 or higher. Here we go. 3. That's a waste again. Did I not have something really low like that the last time? That's what I want when I'm rolling the next 2. Because we only need a 12 this time. Right, I'm going to take the real one on first. And this is the one that if we did do it the other way, we could have took out of you know, it wouldn't have been firing. But let's go. Like I say, we're at deck. So this is the real 2K22. So he needs a 12 or greater. Okay, here we go. Oh, no. Bang on 12 as well. Oh, I'm going to be kicking myself. Right, well, we're not. We've still got... yeah. This is... yeah, this is bad. This is bad. Right, okay. Right, so we're on the mobile column. Now, I think it's only the K results that could affect us here. Now, I'd have to look it up. Let's just find out what the modifiers and what is going to happen first. So this is the modifiers. It doesn't have any of this. This doesn't count for anything. It's not on a bomb run. His speed is less than 2, so there's going to be a +1 there, which isn't good. However, no NSC to target or at night. We got a -1 there, so that's good. That takes us back to 0. Oh, look at this. we're getting this modifier because this is the real 2K22 and he's at range 1. Remember, the times that we've had this in the past has been the inherent one. The inherent one is classed at being at range 0, but this is the real one, and he's, well, we know he's at range 1. He's right adjacent to us. So we're getting that -2. That's nice. I wasn't expecting that. So, like I say, we got a +1 for the speed, -1 for it being at night. That cancels each other out, and we're getting a -2 here. Okay, and we want less than or equal to a 10. Okay, with a -2. Here goes. $12. Yes, I'm looking at that, looking at 9s, look like 9s. There are 2 6s. And then I still had to try and think 12, but we've got -2 and we want 10. Yes. 12 -2 is 10. 10 or less, no effect. Wow. Well, that was lucky. Right, well, we're not completely out of the woods, but at least that makes me feel better, that because that was the one that we could have had not firing on us. Okay, so we've still got the inherent 2K22. Oh, and I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to put a radar AAA fire marker on that. But like I say, that if I'd done that with one of my other flights, then Mother could have moved safely and avoided that attack. Okay, well, we've done it now, but again, I'm still not sure if it's something that we should really have been doing. That's all. Right, so we've got the inherent 2K22 now. Again, it's still a 12. And if we fail this, we now know the modifiers for this are going to be 0. We're not going to get that -2, remember. Right. Less than a 12. Here we go. Yeah, here we go. Oh, no. 13. Well, they're really, really getting close. The dice are just, well, yeah, just on the edge, aren't they? So that's another hit. So, well, now, yeah, here we go again. And this one's worse, like I say. So it doesn't apply, doesn't apply, doesn't apply. +1 for that, -1 for that. And that doesn't apply because this is the inherent one. It's classified as being at range 0. Doesn't apply. So we've no modifiers. We need a 10 or less with no modifiers this time. Come on, this could be the last die roll that we need. Come on. Oh, no. Oh, you're having a laugh. Really? Well, that's not going to be that. It's going to be D. Look at that. 11. No modifiers. We get a D result. Now, that's only damaged, so I'm wanting to hope and pray and whatever that we that doesn't do well. It could just be that it's damaged and that's fine, no? I dare say it's just that here we go. Right, helicopters do not scatter, take morale checks, become disordered, or have manoeuvre, BVR avoid, or SAM avoid markers placed on them. And then the last paragraph, well, actually the second last paragraph, says a damaged helicopter may continue its mission without adverse effect. Woohoo! A crippled result in a helicopter is treated as a shot. Oh dear, a shot down result. I'm glad I didn't read that one. So all we needed, if we had a 12 there or a 13, we were toast. 12 or 13, that was that. Because a crippled result is treated as a shot down. But we've just got a damage result. I mean, okay, that's maybe a victory point or 2 to them. So I'll mark that in with the purple pen on helicopter 1. Well, I don't. Yeah, there's only one aircraft in the flight, one helicopter in the flight even. So I don't need to roll on damage allocation. So that's not really. So they've got aircraft 1. Their flight 1 is damaged. You can see that purple bit or not, but Wow, that was a bit too close for comfort. That, like I say, it will mean. Yeah, well, as long as we get across the side of the front, we do have to roll for recovery, don't we? But does that come into here? If we had to roll for recovery, and if we got really, really unlucky and had a crash, would we fail our mission? Well, we're going to be on our side of the front, so does that mean do we still have to roll for recovery if we're across our side of the front? Yeah, no, it's to do with it's to do with the crew, isn't it? Right, I'll leave that one sitting there just now anyway. I'm just not sure on that. I remember us rolling for recovery in the last scenario, and yeah, there was quite a lot of rolls. The crippled ones are obviously a lot harder to achieve because you get a -7 for them. It's only a -2 or something we get for that. And you've got to get a 2 result out of 2d10s or something like that. Okay, well, that was kind of exciting. Yeah, that's it. Right, well, she doesn't take morale checks or anything. So, well, we didn't do that last time, did we? No, we must have done. We mustn't have done. So there's no. I mean, there would normally have been a morale check close for the AA combat. I think somebody would have told me if I did roll for that when we got the shot down result. I'm pretty sure I checked it and realised that they don't do morale checks. So okay, well we carry on like that. So Mother has moved, and she just got away with it. Only just. I'm just still a little bit anxious about the recovery at the end. I mean, that's a tough die roll result to lose anyway. Like I say, you get a -2 for being damaged, and you roll 2d10 and you need greater than or equal to 2. So you can only roll a 2 or a 3 to fail. But I've rolled multiple double ones, so it's quite possible. Okay, well that was our one initiative. We only had one, so we've moved Mother to she's not across the front yet, but our next move is not going to take any fire. She's going to move across the front. Excellent. Okay. Right, let's move on. Let's get a new chip for the Warsaw Pact. Let's say 3 out of their 4 aircraft disordered, so 2 in the large, 1 in the small, so same jet or similar jet. Right, so 1 air flights to move. Yeah, we still have to just roll the dice, even though it's not going to pick the non-disordered flight or anything like that. So let's just roll and see what suit we get. I've rolled a 9, which is diamonds. I want to say we've got 2 diamonds and 2 hearts, haven't we? So Klein's a diamond, Markov's a diamond. So he is, and then Wolf is a heart. Yeah, I made a wee blunder with that last time. Wolf's a heart and Mecklen's a heart. So between Markov and Klein, who's closest to a flight? Who's closest to a human flight? Wait, hang on here. When I've been checking this for closest to human players' flights, have I been considering? I know it's just a preference, the good order flight, but have I been? Right, what I mean is, right now Klein's 1, 2, 3 away from Vegas, who's disordered, 1, 2, 3 away from mother. 1, 2, 3 away from dodge. Well, in actual fact, hang on, Markov could be considered to be 2 away if that's in that hex. So I'm wanting to say he can decide what hex that's in, and he's going to make it closer to him. Again, that it's not. I don't think there's any in the rules that would say that there. But we're going to just say that he's looking at being there, so he's within 2. I was just wondering if. No, I don't think I've been considering good order there, have I? We're only trying to find out who's going to move first out of between Markov and Klein here. So it's nothing to do with good order flights, I don't think. It's just whoever's closest to a human player flight, detected or undetected, good order or whatever, who's closest, and that is Markov if we're allowing that to be in that hex. So this could be disordered, and it could be first. It could be the one that's going to move first, and then that might not be his target. It might look elsewhere. I'm pretty sure it is going to be his target because this is good ordered. But yeah, just the way I was thinking there. Right, okay, so we're going to say it's Markov. We're going to say his target's 108 flight. He's not got BVR capabilities. So he's nothing on him. He's just at medium altitude. Now, the problem is he needs to get to high altitude. At medium, he's got a speed of 5. He can dash at 6. Right, I want to just look at the possibility, just before we look at the speed of 6. If he sets his speed at 4 and doesn't dash, then he could climb an altitude band and get a free 60-degree turn. I was just thinking about that right there, and it makes me think that could be an easy way of achieving what he's trying to do. So climb an altitude band he's got 4 movement, right, and then do a free 60-degree turn. Then second movement point, third movement point, free 60-degree turn, fourth movement point, free 60-degree turn. I think that's exactly what he wants to do. And that was setting his speed at 4. Now, his speed, that's me kind of deciding something for myself, if you like. Because in the rules it just says set combat or dash throttle. Well, I'm sort of looking a bit more into that, and I'm setting combat throttle, but I'm also reducing it to 4. It's possible that he might still be able to do it at 5. Maybe we should have a look. Well, we would climb to high and get a 330-degree turn, then 2 into there, then probably do a free turn, 3 into there, and then do a 60-degree turn for 4, and then see 5 into there, he's only got a 30-degree turn. Well, actually, that works as well, doesn't it? Because he can then say that he's in this hex. And he's in his rear hemisphere. He's in Markov's front arc. So I suppose either way there. Well, I guess I do it that way then, because the rules don't kind of tell you to adjust the speed. I mean, again, it's just quite a bit left open, you know. So we'll set our speed at 5. Set our speed at 5. Where's the flight here? Right. So he climbs with his first movement point. He climbs to high altitude and does a free 30-degree turn for 1 movement point. Stretching here. I'll not get this moved a little bit. Hang on. Yeah, maybe a little bit better. Right, so he's got 4 movement left. He's only got 3 30-degree turns. So 1 free 30-degree turn. So So he's got 3 movement left. Two. Oh, I'm saying 2, sorry. That's another movement point. We've got 2 left. I'm going to do a full 60-degree turn on that hex. I've got 1 movement point left. And then I'm going to do into there with a free 30-degree turn to finish. That, while I remember that I was going to finish him on a max turn. This is right. I'm doing it the right way. I want to come in from the rear, don't I? Yeah, I do. And we needed to climb to high altitude. So there we go. So that was his last movement point. He finished on a turn. And like I say, this is on the spine of the hex, so we can decide. I mean, to be honest, yeah. Well, he needs to either be in this hex or this hex. Oh yeah, what happens with that then? I mean, what I want to say is he's in that hex, because then I've got him in my front arc and we're in his rear hemisphere and all is good in the world. I need to look at what happens. I think. Well, hang on a sec. Yeah, it's under 1.3 combat, page 18. Sort of halfway down. The combat takes place in the defender's hex and altitude. If the defender is on a hex side, the attacker determines which adjacent hex the combat takes place, and both flights are moved into the combat hex, retaining their current orientation. There we go. Well, this is... we've still got to check for engagement, so I guess if engagement fails, then they just stay as they are, then, I would assume. But if engagement succeeds, 108 flight's going to slip into there, and then Markov's going to come into there facing that way as well. Yeah, that's right. Markov's... No, he's not. He's facing down the spine, Grant. He was only able to get a free 30-degree turn. Careful. Yeah, that's why he needs that to be in there. But that still works. That would work, yeah. Okay, so he can do this. Just remember he's facing down the spine. That orbit point's annoying me. Right, okay. Both at high altitude. Detected. Right, this is standard air to air. Okay, right, let's go for this. Right, give me a sec. I'll just double checking again. Engagement requirements. Defender detected, not started with friendly flight. Defender within 1 hex, same altitude, or 1 altitude below, yeah. Not in the same hex, attackers, defender, forward arc. Well, it does when we decide he's in that hex. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's fine. At least I'm pretty sure it's fine. At least I hope it's fine. Attacker's undepleted weapon. Yeah, he's only got infrared missiles, no guns. That's all he's got left. In actual fact, see if we deplete him of these weapons, then that's almost us safe, home free. Oh, well, apart from the chance of disorder recovery, I suppose. Right, anything else? Attacker not disordered. No, he's not in any position like that. Right, okay, so we're both going to roll on this. But him first. Now, we're both detected, so the number's going to be 14 because it's at night. His aggression value is a +1. There's no difference in altitude band. So, doesn't apply. Remember, that one's going to apply to us. And you know what? I might have to look back on things. Because this is the one, I've got 108 flight shown at -1 aggression. However, dodge flight is at -3. But I think I must have took note of that at the time that they split. Because why would I have had it written down as -1? Right, well, you know what? We'll see what the rule here is for them first. So he needs a 14. He's got a +1 modifier just for his aggression value, yeah? Yeah. So he needs a 14 with a +1 modifier. Right. Here we go. That's bang on 14. Well, he needed 14 but +1, so he needed 13. Yeah, dice rolls are all very close right now. So that's a yes. And I'm going to have to know about this aggression value, I don't know what video I'm going to have to look at to find that out. I mean, it's obviously going to be when they split. I've got it written down. Look. I'm saying look. Oh, you can see that. No. That's what was written down, and I've added that. But to be honest, I don't need to write the dodge bit down because I can keep track of the dodge. Well, apart from the aircraft. See, that's the thing. You really need to create 2 new flight logs because one's got 2 aircraft, one's got 2 aircraft. But that one was created a while ago. I only just done this recently, and that one was back, I think, when we split, and we were both basically dodge flight itself was at -1 aggression at that time. But since then, dodge has been attacked again and reduces aggression. You know what? I'd be struggling to find that, so I'm going to go with that. So I'm going to say his aggression value is -1. So he's got a -1 there, and he's getting a -1 for target being in the rear hemisphere. So he's getting a -2 to this roll. So this is a tough one. So needing a 14 with a -2 needs to be high, and that is not. So, well, even if it was -3, we were failing. So that's going to be them getting surprise. So attacker yes, defender no is attack. Attacker surprise, defender disadvantage, and obviously the attack goes ahead. Okay. Right, so I'm going to do this for the attack and flight first. Maneuver, short resolution, depletion, damage allocation, isn't it? And that one. Up until morale, and then we'll check our side of it. So him attacking, right? How many aircrafts he got then? He's got 3. Oh, he's still going to suffer from Soviet doctrine enemy, because he's attacking. So he's got 3. He's got 3 aircrafts. He's going to use a 2 column, so that's good for us. Flight maneuver rating modifiers. Now he climbed this movement phase because he was at medium, so he's going to get a -1 to his maneuver rating. None of the rest apply. None of them would apply to us. Oh, he's got a poor maneuver rating, hasn't he? Yeah. There's the MiG-25, that's him. At high altitude, he's got a +3. Remember, that's getting reduced by 1 because he climbed, so he's got a +2. And you can see the 108 flight is a F4, so it's got a +6. So +2 to +6, that's a -4 to him there to start with. That's not so good. So -4, and then aggression. Yeah, this is starting to worry me that. Yeah, I had a feeling I was wanting to go and check this then. Let me go and see if I can find it. Oh, well, that was annoying. I eventually found it when they split. It was back in part 11, right at the end of part 11. And I'm saying I didn't sort of. I was in a bit of a rush at the end. I said, right, they both keep the same fuel, which is 3. Now, if you'll notice there, I did have 3 fuel written down there. And I say they both keep the same aggression value, but I don't actually say what it is. So, but I've got to believe it was -1, and Dodge itself got involved in another combat and lost 2 more. So I'm going to stick with it. I dare say if I watched on more video footage, I could maybe find it, but yeah, it's going to be a tough one to find. I think exactly when it speaks about it. I'd probably need to find the attack, the combat that dodge was involved in, it reduces aggression value down to -3. So I'm gonna stick with my guns that it's -1, right? His aggression value. So hang on, this is this is to work out what they're getting. So they've got a -4 there. So his aggression value is -1. What is Markov's then? It's a +1. So they get a +2 there, taking it back to -2. The geometry works for him because he's coming in the rear, so that's a +1, taking him back to -1. Enemy flight is disordered. No, it's not. Flight has surprise. Yes, that's a +3. That takes him up to +2. Flight is disadvantage. Enemy flight is engaging combat at night as a -3, taking him down to -1. He's got a -1. I'm just thinking about us disengaging, but yeah. You know what? We maybe should. We're still going to get the morale rolls anyway. We're only going to have one aircraft because we've got a crippled aircraft. So we're only going to be rolling on the one. Yeah, I'm going to disengage. So we're not going to roll on manoeuvre shots. We're not going to try and take. Yeah, we had a good manoeuvre rating though, didn't we? Well, if I don't disengage, he's on a -1, and we'd be getting. Sorry, I know this is like. So that'd be 4. We'd get -2 for that. That takes us down to 2. We'd get -1 for that. It takes us down to 1. We'd get a -1 for that. It takes us down to 0. We'd be at -3. Yeah, and we're rolling on the 1 column. Yeah, I'm going to disengage. So that means he's getting a -3 on this roll. Right? I think that's it. So -3, and he's on the 2 column. And remember, we are not going to now roll for manoeuvre and shots, etc. So -3 on the 2 column. Oh, the 2 first. 12 -3 is 9. 9's a good number, isn't it? Yes! 9. So if we hadn't disengaged, he would have ended up with 10. He still would have missed. So anyway, he's got a 9 on the 2 column, so no shot opportunities. We are not rolling because we're disengaging. So what does that mean? If no shots taken, skip to step F. Yeah, none of us are taking any shots. So we move to morale, scatter, markers, bailout, and fuel. No, it's not going to be bailout. So morale, we just move straight to morale. Right, so morale for him. Now we are going to roll on this time. So, and it's ear to ear, so, well, we could end up with him disordered this time, and it doesn't really matter what happens to us. So, aggression value, he is +1. He did have surprise, so +2. Doesn't apply. Oh, that's for us, yeah, I was going to say. Right, so he's got a +2. We're not going to have some too good modifiers on that one, but anyway, let's see what he gets. With a +2. Keep it low. 14, yeah, that's pretty good, isn't it? 14 +2 is 16. Yeah, -1 is aggression, jettison check. So just -1 is aggression, so he's still in the game. So his aggression is down to 0 now. Yeah. And I feel that we're going to come out of this not so well. Right, what have we got? Well, we've got -1. We were disadvantaged. That's -2. And we were disengaging. That's -4 we've got. Not good. Oh! Again! How many times? That's incredible. That's 2 double zeros in this actual part of recording. So, what did this? I think that's a 16 as well, is it not? I said -4, didn't I? -1, -2, yeah, -4. So 20 -4, 16. So it's the same result as he got. -1 to his aggression with a jettison check. So again, jettison checks aren't doing anything. Oh, that's 108 flight. Right, so he's going to go down to -2 now. I need to write that in the bit of paper. I'm pretty sure that's right. If somebody's watched it and can remember and I have got that wrong, then let me know. But okay, so now to scatter. Oh, we should be in the hex as well. I was forgetting it was all going ahead. Right, so what happened there is the attacker gets to decide where the defender moves into. He has to move into there because that enables him to... And he's... Oh... Right, so he's facing the spine, so he comes in there still facing the spine. That's his heading. Right, and then... Yeah, 108's looking at that spine. He's looking at that spine. Right, they're both at high altitude. Okay. So, Markov first. He's looking at this diagram here. Remember, an odd gyro will drop them an altitude band. So, just one dice. 4. So he won't drop an altitude band, and he's going to move up to the left. Up to the left. Which is this hex, isn't it? Yeah. So he's going to move into that hex and become undetected facing the side of the hex this time. He keeps his high altitude. I'll just put on the card just now if there's space. If there's space, because he's got that max turn marker as well. And then, so for the 108 flight, he's rolling on the same one. Again, if he rolls odd, he'll drop an altitude band. We always seem to manage to roll odd for us. What was that? 5. So he's going up to the left as well, but he was facing a different direction. So he's going to drop to medium, and his up to the left is in there, flipping over like that. I can probably put this back out now for Mechlin flight. Okay, and remember, a not Mark 108 flight is finished, Grant, because he's not finished. Okay. Well, yeah, not enough of what came of that. Markov's still in the game. That was a marker left from where he was. So, a scatter. Right, what else have we got? There's more markers, isn't there? We've got manoeuvre markers to go on. So, scatter, manoeuvre markers. And then mark fuel. There's no bailouts. So, yeah, we need a manoeuvre marker each. So, oops. Manoeuvre marker for the 108 flight. And do we have one? Yeah, there's one. Manoeuvre marker for Markov. And we mark off a fuel point for Markov. He's still got 4, he's fine. The 108 flight had 3 fuel, so I'll write that in. He spent 4 fuel now. There we go. Right, and that was his 1 initiative only, so we've only had 2 initiatives. Yeah, what were you saying about getting a whole part in, Grant? That's like 59 minutes, and that's going to be about it for me, I'm afraid. Yeah, so next, well, I'll need to leave a marker here to remind me, because I'm not going to be back for quite a few days. Maybe next Saturday, but I might still be recovering after my my golfing trip. So might not get back till maybe the Sunday or the Monday maybe. We shall see. So someone turned 10. Yeah, I only moved 2 flights, but we did get mother moved. She's safe. We've only really got to worry about Markov. He lost. I mean, he didn't become disordered. That would have been perfect ending to it. Like, he did drop an aggression to 0, so there's that. And he's got a manoeuvre marker on him as well, so it's going to be it's going to be a bit before he's going to be able to be attacking Mother, I think. So my only worry could be that Mother, like I say, the fact that the other helicopter's damaged, how that might come about. But we know that's a low risk die roll, but not to say it's impossible. Okay, I better leave it for now. That's me going to be signing off for a good few days. So, I've got part 25. I might get that watched before I head off tomorrow morning, maybe. And maybe get that out to you. And that's part 26. Well, you never know. I might get the chance to watch it while I'm away. Nah, I can't really see that. It's going to be other things going on. Okay. Right, I'll be back when I'm back, folks. Okay, cheers.